Have you ever felt like you're just not getting it right with AI? You ask a question and the answer you get back is kind of basic, or worse, just plain wrong. Well, here's the secret. It's probably not the AI. It's how you're asking. Today, we're going to completely change how you talk to AI. We're going to master the art of the prompt and turn you into a pro.
And this quote, it absolutely nails it. You can have the most powerful AI model in the world, but it can give you a brilliant, world-changing idea or total nonsense. And the only thing that changes is you, the quality of the instructions you give it. It all comes down to the prompt.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And that is exactly what we are here to answer. Think of this as getting the keys to the car. We're going to show you how to unlock the real genius that's waiting inside the machine. So here's the game plan. We're going to start with the absolute basics, giving clear instructions. Then we'll get into the cool stuff, techniques that actually make the AI, well, think more deeply. After that, we'll build some automated workflows, and by the end, you'll be well on your way to becoming a true AI whisperer. All right, let's dive in. Before we touch any of the fancy advanced tricks, we have got to nail the fundamentals. Seriously, almost every time an AI gives you a bad answer, it's because something went wrong right here, at the very beginning with the clarity of the instructions.
So this is probably how you're already talking to AI. It's the most common way. You just ask for what you want. It's a direct command. But, and this is a big but, even with a simple ask, the difference between a good prompt and a bad one is like night and day. And here's what I mean. Look at the bad prompt. Email subject. I mean, what does that even mean? It's so vague. But now look at the good one. Suggest 3 email subject lines for a marketing newsletter about a summer sale. Boom. You've given it everything it needs. The format, the quantity, the topic. That specificity is your new best friend. Okay, so if Zero Shot is telling the AI what to do, Few Shot is all about showing it. You're basically giving it a little cheat sheet. A couple of examples to follow so it can perfectly mimic the style, the tone, and the format you're after.
This example just shows it perfectly. Instead of just jumping in with your question, you warm it up first. You give it a couple of examples like question, today's weather, answer, sunny, 25 degrees. By showing it this Q&A pattern, you're literally training the AI on the spot. It's now locked into that format, so when you ask your real question, you get a clean, concise answer.
All right, we've nailed giving clear instructions. Time to level up. These next few techniques aren't just about getting a pretty output. They're about forcing the AI to actually reason, to think a little harder so it can avoid those silly, simple mistakes. This technique right here, it is a total game changer, especially for anything involving logic or math. Instead of letting the AI just jump to a conclusion, which is, by the way, where things often go wrong, you make it show its work. You force it to think out loud step by step. And just doing that makes it so much more accurate. And here's the magic. The bad prompt invites a 50-50 guess, but the good prompt, it commands a process. You're telling it, first, find Seoul's location. Second, find Busan's. Third, compare them. You're forcing it to follow a logical path. And because of that, the chance of it making a dumb mistake just plummets. Okay, think of this one as making the AI double or even triple check its own work. Instead of just taking its first answer, you ask it to solve the problem a few different ways and then pick the answer that shows up most often. It's like getting a second and third opinion from the same expert all at once. So you could literally just say, solve this problem in 3 different ways, then select and present the most reliable answer. By doing this, you're making sure it doesn't get stuck on one bad line of reasoning. It's a really powerful way to build an error check right into your prompt. This is another really clever one. After the AI gives you something, your very next prompt is to ask it to critique itself. It's like having a writer who is also their own ruthless editor. This is amazing for refining pretty much anything. Code, essays, creative writing, you name it. I mean, look at how powerful that is. You don't just take the first draft, you follow up and say, hey, review that essay you just wrote, find the weak spots, and tell me how to fix them. You're literally turning the AI's own intelligence back on its own work to make it better. It's brilliant. Okay, we know how to give good instructions, and we know how to make the AI reason more deeply. Now it's time for the really pro-level stuff. This is where we turn the AI from a simple calculator into a genuine assistant that can handle complex, multi-step jobs for you. So instead of writing one giant, messy, super complicated prompt, you build an assembly line. Each prompt in the chain does one small, simple thing. But the real genius here is that the output from step 1 becomes the input for step 2,
which then feeds into step 3. It's an incredibly precise way to get a sophisticated result. Let's just walk through this. Step 1. You tell it to classify reviews. Easy. Then, using only the negative ones it just found, you ask it to summarize the biggest complaints. And finally, based only on that summary, you ask for solutions. See? Each step is clean, focused, and builds on a last one. It's a beautiful way to tackle a complex problem. And now for what might be the ultimate pro move. What if you're not even sure what the perfect prompt is? Well, just ask the AI to write it for you. You can use the AI's own massive understanding of language to help you talk to it better. It's meta.
This is just so cool. You're basically saying, hey, AI, you're an expert at this. Design me a prompt that I can use to get a perfect blog post every single time. And it will. It'll spit out this amazing reusable template for you to use. You're getting the AI to build your tools for you.
So there you have it. We've gone all the way from simple commands to advanced reasoning and even full-on automation. You now have a whole new toolkit to turn that sometimes clueless AI into an absolute genius. So let's do a quick recap of our new toolkit. We've got few shot for teaching by example. We've got chain of thought to guide its thinking. We've got reflection for self-correction, and we even have chaining and meta-prompting to build complex systems. The key is knowing which tool to pull out for which job. And really, that's the whole point. This isn't just about asking better questions. It's a skill. It's about learning how to teach. With these methods, you're not just a user anymore. You're a trainer. You're a guide. You're turning this general tool into your personal expert.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. You now have the keys to a much, much more powerful version of the AI you're probably already using every day. So, what big, complicated, interesting problem are you going to solve with it first? Go on. The sky's the limit now.